Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to take you through a Pilates for Runners peak training program now. This is about maintaining, so it's about maintaining your mobility, maintaining good posture, maintaining your strength. So these are all exercises that are really easy to do at home, no real equipment needed other than maybe a resistance band. So it should be easy for you to fit in alongside your running. Let's get going. Now going to take you through a roll down. So this is one of our 34 classical Pilates exercises, and we're going to add in press ups as well. So coming to the end of your mat, feet hip distance apart, pelvis underneath you, taking a nice inhale at the top, expanding that rib cage. Exhale, engaging your pelvic floor and core, gently bringing your chin to chest, and we're going to roll down through each vertebrae one at a time. At the bottom, keeping your heels on the floor, walking forward into your high press up position. Then you can bring your knees to the floor into your 3/4 press up if that is better for you, or you can maintain that full press up position and do your press ups from there if that is better for you. Somewhere between 2 and 6 press ups per roll down, please. Then walking yourself back into the bottom of your roll down, taking an inhale, and on your next exhale, gently restacking those vertebrae back to standing. This is a really nice mobility exercise for your spine, so keep it nice and slow and controlled. It should take somewhere between 8 and 10 seconds to roll down to the floor. Don't rush this part. Maintaining your core connection as you do your press-ups, breathing however works for you whilst you are doing your press-ups. When you get to the bottom of your roll down, pushing down into those toes so you really can bring your pelvis up over your heels and not so it's behind you. So your body should come back up and be in a really balanced, neutral spine position. If you need to at any point reduce the amount of press-ups or go to a 3/4 press-up if you're doing a full press-up, that's absolutely fine. Just work in the range that you feel is right for you today, and then you can always up that and increase that as the weeks go on. Once you've finished your set, coming back into your rest pose. Next, we're going to do a lunge with rotation. So starting in your neutral spine position, stepping forward with your right leg, and then we're going to rotate that upper body over the right leg, making sure your hip, knee and foot stay in alignment as you rotate. We're going to hold that rotation for somewhere between 10 and 15 seconds and then swap to the other side. This is a really good exercise for building strength in your legs as well as improving that rotational mobility of your thoracic spine. Every time you step out into your lunge, making sure that your foot, knee and hip stay in alignment. Coming into a low lunge or as low as you feel is right for you. So you can feel those legs working, but you can keep going and maintain good balance throughout the move. Once you've finished your set, coming back into your neutral spine standing position. I'm now going to take you through a tennis ball massage on the hip flexors. So we're going to roll onto our front and you're going to place the ball just underneath the hip bone, kind of in the kind of the fleshy bit just on the inside of the hip bone. And then we're just going to gently roll around, holding this for about 20 to 30 seconds on each sore spot. And you could do this for up to 2 minutes. So this is one of those videos where you're going to want to pause so that you can take the time that you need to release off the hip flexors. This is really important for helping with the function of the lumbar spine and the pelvis. It's going to help release the tissue and improve the function of the leg, knee, foot and ankle and the way they work together. Once you've done one side, moving over to the other side. You can also do this on a foam roller as well if you find that more comfortable, if this feels too intense. The other thing you can do is put like a soft towel under the ball so that you create a more squishy surface to push the ball into than a hard floor. Again, holding for 20 to 30 seconds on each sore spot, gently rolling around. If you find that more comfortable, doing this for somewhere between 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Once you've finished, you can come up into our rest pose. going to take you through a really nice hip flexor stretch. So we're going to come onto our knees. So if you need to, rolling the mat up a little bit so that you've got more cushion under the knee joint is definitely a good idea. Then we're going to take a step forward with the left foot, keeping your pelvis underneath you, glutes engaged. We're going to push forward into that bent leg and keep your chest lifted. We're holding this stretch for around 30 seconds. We're then going to bring the right arm up and over and stretch out to the side. So you might find that this changes where you're feeling the stretch. You might get it more in your abs, around the side of your hip. That's absolutely fine. And again, we're holding this for 30 seconds. We're then going to change to the other side. So bring the right leg forward, keep your pelvis underneath you, push forward into that bent leg, feeling the stretch in the front of the hip for 30 seconds. And then bringing the left arm up and over so that you can feel the stretch in your side, maybe a bit in your abs, like I said, as well. Once you've held this for 30 seconds, we're going to return to our rest pose. We're now going to go through shoulder bridge, single leg. So we're going to come down onto the mat, our usual neutral spine position, and then we're going to push up with one foot and leave the other leg extended in the air. If you need to, you can bend the leg a little bit, that's absolutely fine. And we're going to push straight up. So where before in our shoulder bridge we have rolled through our spine, you're now going to keep your back in that neutral position and just push straight up using your hamstrings and your glutes. Keep pushing down into the toes of the foot that remains on the floor. Upper body should stay relaxed. Once you've done one side, we're going to swap to the other. So extending that leg up and then pushing down into the foot, using your hamstrings and glutes to drive yourself up into the air, keeping hold of that rib to hip connection so your core is still switched on. Make sure you're not arching your back and kind of hyperextending towards the ceiling. And once you're finished, taking a full body stretch and then coming back up to sitting.